prepped here. We talk about NRG being such a heavy-oriented prep team. Actually, early on here, hold that thought for a moment. Ardis spotted 4 and now no secrets on the way through to heaven.
No, NRG looking to silence this crowd who are boisterous today. Ardis under a lot of scrutiny early on, but actually keeps his composure, keeps his cool. Loud have a decent amount of space though, taking over towards heaven. They will be challenged here, and he has lost down. Sadak doing well in the crowd, certainly happy about it. But they haven't broken through towards the site, and you can already see the rest of the map is starting to look heavier and heavier cleared by NRG.
This space clearance is insane by Loud. They've almost read this ropes rotation. Might be able to isolate Som here. It's got to be less to find it though. Can Som slip away? He's found it!
Beautiful. This should be indicative that this B site is now under pressure. Spikes can be planted, but again, Som quite close by. Not going to give up too much space. Should allow for a retake to come into effect. Time now.
Sadak has to hold the fort here.
Oh,
the timing on the reload is absolutely insane.
3v3 now. 2Es holding towards CT as well. This is nice positioning from them. Really taking over one space of the map, but they have left heaven open now for potentially this build back in from Victor, but deep angles to clear and limited time.
Victor going to make his way down towards Hell here. FNS still trying to hold on here. Actually, the smoke's going to provide a little cover, but the aggression should
nice
come back through heaven.
This is really nice, so they're putting the pressure on, they're trying to make this work. FNS is down! First strike for Loud here. Pistols theirs.
Obviously, the two members of NRG committed towards site. They can't do anything. The rotation doesn't come through CT. It's a push through mid on the other side of the map. Som luckily picking up that kill onto less. Like you said, it should be the green light basically for NRG to find that rotation, but Loud able to close out. Even in the post-spawn, look at them. They're drifting all the way back through spawn, clearing all this space. Nobody's tucked into a crossfire.
Loud should walk away with this round. We do have classics and one frenzy for NRG. Nice positioning from Ardis, but checked on very diligently. Aspas making no mistakes here. This eventually fall to FNS, who was waiting with that classic, but still, 4 players alive for Loud, and that weapon has been thrown back into the hands of the new blood here. So, let's see where they decide to go. NRG still trying to play these corners, but the utility here from Loud should be very telling.
So I'm not going to be able to do much to stop this. No. And 2 members of NRG still over towards A site, at least considering the rotation now. And with the audio cue here from Som, the plants coming through.
I will say though, this does become a little bit more arena Valorant, something I haven't really talked too much about in previous events, because the crowd has certainly not been like this. You can feel it in your bones in this arena. Things may look a little different out here now. But as it stands, NRG have recovered the Spectre. Saw that did actually got filtered back in, but no, not at all. Not too clean here. Already losing on 2, but any more would be quite surprising. Crashies may decide to dip away here.
He's going to try and catch an exit maybe outside B main. It does have the Spectre in hand. Doesn't necessarily want to hold on to this by any means. And yeah, Loud actually going to exit through spawn here. Force Crashies to give it up to the Spike. Loud will find their second. 3 survive. See with the Bulldog in hand as well.
Back in, and of course Loud riding this bonus through. Still got a Bulldog to bring into effect. First contact made. Victor, lovely work, good trade. Now Heaven's open, but look at the extremity. A fight happens, but Loud still making this hyper competitive somehow. Scrappy in this, and Aspas does get himself the rifle. 2Es as well.
They're 2 separate 1-for-1s there. Could be a little problematic here for Loud with less disconnected, but should be able to give Aspas some support. NRG are looking to creep through this smoke and spawn though. Are they waiting for a flash from Ardis?
Sure
no flash left actually.
Yeah, what would be the most annoyed, just waiting on it to fade at this point. Spike is down. Ardis beginning to clear towards heaven. Actually does catch one of the players with that knife, so Aspas going to be filtering back through, looking to try and support, and it's a shot and a half. Huge impact here, and Crashies now a 1v2. Brutal. Out of the bonus, Loud. Turning the screws here, and Crashies knows this time is dwindling, and it is a crossfire. If he gets one, it would be a miracle here. 3 now for Loud. NRG need to make their...
Loud actually not even in the theirs online. Actually, this round it looks a little strange in my eyes for NRG to be taking two separate kind of one-for-ones there.
Yeah.
You know that Loud are going to be stacked up. They're going to look to try and convert these SMGs. Like I said, this comp is built around isolating that opening engagement, and NRG give them two separate opportunities to achieve that.
As it stands, NRG not really finding the impact they wanted here. Slow start, yes, we've known that in the past from them. Always able to turn a game around, or never losing twice was the classic from last year that we talk about. But here, Loud really do get the perfect start. Kalanzine opening the site, and Som going should be the green light here. Yes, they're trying to filter through from heaven, but look at what they're working with. Those Stingers really unable to close the gap, and Loud striding through the round. No issues so far. With Crashies and Artists looking to try and be disruptive as possible, but zero chances being offered. Loud looking really robust. Aspas, yes, will take a bit of damage, but caught in the end by Crashies. But again, Crashies would need something beyond his means. Loud looking good to the fourth. I want to see that buyback here for NRG because this could
really
spiral.
Put up too much of a fight with this weapon diff. Beautiful opener from Kalanzine though. Ultimate's just about coming online for Loud. The Cosmic Divide, the Seekers, the Blade Storm to work with here. Cosmic Divide on the other side of things, but one of the key ultimates missing here for a crucial buy round. Ooh, okay.
See how that looks. I'm down to find out.
We're watching Navera VODs.
Yeah, apparently so, but Artis, unable to even see, just knew the right place and the right time and sprayed and hoped for it. Flash finds nothing, but Crashies is on the site, so Aspas has his work cut out here. Kalanzine with him. Stunning shot. Crashies deleted, and the site's now open and available. The Divide's going to keep them more than safe for this plant. And 4 players in the post plant with that operator in play for Som. Going to be tricky to bring this into effect.
You have a Cosmic Divide to invest here. If they choose to.
Does Les get isolated? They're worried here. Actually falls away and finds a touch of safety, but yeah, he's cooked. What? Les! Victor fortunately will find it with the satchel, but it is still a 3v2. I still want to see them try and get towards this side. They know there's still going to be one player on site. It's Kalanzine.
What is that shot?
The rocket comes through, but now just one. Aspas falls to the knees. And Som going to make it there just about in time.
I don't think he's got it. I don't think he's got it. It's going to be so
Mike,
close.
It's so close here. Oh! Som! Lucky as you like, and the boos ring out. They don't like what they're seeing here, but
actually picking up the 2K, the showstopper comes online, and that's the difference maker with these 2 kills, Lauren.
And even that shot from Kalanzine, I mean,
what
bloody
is
hell.
that?
Som.
Yeah, not even close, right?
Yeah, no sweat, no sweat.
Very interesting face-off here with the operators. The 2 Spectres to round out the purchase for NRG. Loud with the upper hand in that regard. Artist being rewarded a number of times here from this position.
If he finds a way to maybe capitalize further than this, he would become such a monster to handle in this position. Generally has been found afterwards. This time succeeds again. Yes, down low, but causing such a problem towards ramp. And considering he's kind of alone on this, that could have been an issue. Yes, now he's got support from the side, but the breakthrough in middle's happening. FNS, it's a whole lot of trouble coming his way, and Loud have one out in middle. Where do they want to go? The A site, they probably noted on their utility, but the spike is a mile away, deep over towards sewers.
Yeah, they actually can't collapse onto a site on the back of this. They do equalize in terms of head count here. Artist tagged down to 16 HP. That could be the difference maker here. Kalanzine, did he spot him? Yeah, he did. He gets pinged out on the map. So Som has to reposition here. Artist slowly creeping this direction. Does have his ultimate, so can actually rip away the showstopper, and he does just that.
Oh my word, he's been denied! He's just absolutely denied! NRG just stopping them in their tracks. Kalanzine can do nothing about this! Surrounded NRG, what a round at the end!
A beautiful ultimate from Artist there, just to shut down, find their second.
Found their footing, finally.
Yeah. Curious here how the purchase will sit for Loud on the back of that. This is the thing, 16 HP still able to have a huge impact on that round with the ultimate.
Still a buy in hand for Loud here, so they're going to be able to get those rifles up, but you did just hear the ult going through, and that's invested towards middle from NRG. Deciding they want that under wraps, it has been a key point for Loud to try and explore, potentially late round as well, but a heavy lean towards B here, maybe looking to explore what that B site actually looks like a little earlier in this, but on the other side, of course, Som waiting ice trained on this has been good for it so far.
I was going to say, he's got to be careful that he doesn't get isolated here on backside. As if the Trailblazer
He's calling for
try and spot him out. So he can't hold this angle.
No, but he's got a second chance at life here. And Victor, wonderful timing to come over as the 1-2 punch. Aspas, he needs a frag here, and he's just not getting it. Victor playing the time well. Som not relinquishing the angle either. This could be deadly, though. Gap closed, and Loud move in. Sights there's waving that Brazilian banner, and now the spikes will be planted. This is hard work for NRG, but that ult could help.
Absolutely can, but the plant is good for main. So Loud can reset on this. Look at the lurk from Les. Can he destroy the lockdown?
He's getting so tense here, the timing's everything, and he's absolutely done what is needed. It's game back on now. Where's that next pressure point built from here? Aspas! Oh my god, he's got one! Takes out FNS, the underhand flash should have blinded, but still gonna find the frag. It's just Crashies alive. 3 players surrounding him, 1 up top, 2 to the right, 20 HP. The crowd getting louder. How does he do anything in this?
And the reads here from Loud, in particular, there's 3 separate bits of utility spotted here, and there's just not enough support for sight.
Well,
Loud just overwhelmed this setup, and it's such a huge indicator that that Viper spit in mid is still up. They know that they can basically eliminate a body from any engagement that they take.
Yeah. I was, and that's so indicative of how quickly and how well they collapsed towards that backside of pillar there, just taking away the 2 players who were able to be present. Now shattering the economy of NRG, it puts them back down to pistols, and I think there's a stinger in play, yeah. But that's about it. Let's see what Loud can do to keep it clean. Seeing them a little bit more postured up, a little bit deeper on ramp finally. Artists traditionally sitting a little bit back further by rafters. Does have Crashies playing the closer angle. Aspas seems aware of the possibility. Needs to be cautious on this, a little bit of a gap. Couldn't bring it down, but Les, the hero to save Aspas there, bails him out from any sort of tomfoolery that could have happened, and just slowly chipping away at this ramp hold, pulling rotations now. They're going through the motions well here.
Indeed, almost some awareness that Artis is set up for this position deep on ramp. Once again, the read absolutely on point from Loud here.
Yeah, it's so good.
Look at the mini-map right now.
Not going to sell much on B. I'm looking at, there's still a player on that B side, still trying to do something. It's 2E's just maybe showing a little, keeping them there a little bit longer than they'd like. That could be a big lurk coming in, but Artis tries to find a moment to strike, and it's not going to happen. Les doing wonderfully this round. Aspas as well, clean work. Again, this was just a small investment from NRG. This wasn't a huge purchase. And 2E's lurk is wonderful. Lovely positioning, not going to allow FNS any room to breathe. Loud 5 alive, a Prime Gaming flawless.
And this is beautiful as well, with Les being so active in some of these rounds on that.
It's because of the NRG timeout. Booing. First time, yes, we talk about NRG being a little bit villainous at times, but certainly now having the crowd kind of really signifying that is quite something to hear. But now in the timeout, Chet's
got a little aggression towards B main. Maybe going to try and dig out this lurk, but Loud are just going to try and sell a bit of a fake early on. Now they have the benefit of, you know, having shown that some of these hits are invested. It's 4 or 5 people behind it. I just want to plant the seeds of doubt. Now the benefit being NRG actually have some utility to confirm that it is a fake AWP.
Yeah.
There's confirmation without it being triggered that nobody's made their way up towards heaven.
Yeah, you can see that there's still some consideration from Artis having to come back around, but you're right. That's very telling though. Som needs to be on red alert now. He's got the entirety of Loud coming his way. Tries to make a quick escape back towards Pillar, but we saw that overwhelm before. Needs to make a better hold of this one, and Sadak the first man forward, it looks like. Smoke's going in and away they go. Sadak and Aspas in unison. Som towards the back of the site, still holding his nerve. The site is looking like it's under Loud control, but look at what Som's got. Still an opportunity here to do some more damage. The pre-fire, he's still standing. He's still finding some kills here. But it's 3 against 2, and the spike's going down. Crashies trying to lean a little earlier on this, but they're still so aware. Aspas unrelenting in this, leaving just FNS. And Loud right out of the back of the timeout from NRG, stamping their authority back into this game. The 7th seeming so likely now.
Loud just showing no respect to this operator
Beautiful.
as well. 2E's to close things out. That's another example. We're talking about being overwhelmed. They just look to overwhelm, and once again, it's the timing in this rotation. The fact that Loud are able to come through, force Som so deep on the backside, deny any of these angles, means that they can pick up this pressure towards heaven. They know that Som can't anchor both heaven and main. So all they do is they pick
some sort of control towards that B site, but again, this is with Stingers, so as it stands, it should be comfortable towards A. Come around, Som is here. You have FNS as well. And Artis over towards those ropes, but Loud already taken over. Perfect beginnings towards ramp. Artis is going to take a boatload of damage. Actually lucky to still be standing on that. Som, what a shot. That's less gone. FNS keeps his cool, but he gets outdone. 180 and slapped back. A handprint left on the face. As the plant once again will be in, and Loud look unstoppable now.
Yeah, there's very little NRG can get done in some of these rounds. Even through fault of their own. Loud just embracing this double duelist composition. Commitment behind every piece of utility.
Nothing going to waste.
No, just throwing bodies on the line together.
Very impressive to watch.
Maybe at this point the exits don't matter. Just don't want to feed across some ultimates here.
Yeah. Victor only one away from his. Crash is not super far away, but Aspas light work towards Artis. So we'll be seeing them trying to build towards, just noting these players too. He's farming now. Some of these young guns starting to feel really good on this stage, it looks like.
If you don't win this, we're staring down potentially a 10-2 half here.
Yeah.
But some of these gunfights that should, or they look like they should go in favor of NRG, just don't.
There is something behind this Loud team right now. You could argue, is it an upgrade, was it a downgrade? It's too early to tell us on these player changes. In my mind, they are absolutely worth their weight in gold currently. Double stack towards ramp though. A different look here. Crashies, FNS on the case. Oh, but Sadak, nothing could go wrong for this man. Just, oh my God, he got another. Crashies, decimated.
It's all a fake. It's the same fake as a couple of rounds ago now.
Oh,
Som gonna have his hands full on B.
Som, he's overwhelmed, Loud. They are striding through this game. Confidence sky high, plant once again in. And I'm looking for that late lurk as well, coming through Quarantine. The positioning could be deadly. If he even needs it. Artis and Victor trying to work through from heaven now, but the ult's in place.
Seal the deal on this site and the round potentially as well, unless Artis and Victor can get anything done here. Information off the boom bot. But actually the stun comes through. That's going to slow Artis down a little bit.
Well, the time is dwindling and two, he's just thriving! Loud making it up to 9. NRG are folding under him, so much he can do.
Absolutely. And Loud are just so good. NRG are trying to react so quickly to some of this pressure coming through, but even halfway through that, I think at the first point of contact, Loud are already rotating away from this. Throw a little bit of utility out. NRG unfortunately hitting the panic button. This thing, these rash decisions, they come through when they don't have the benefit of the finances. They've had no comfort whatsoever in this half, Lauren.
No, they haven't. Loud wanting those double digits on that first half attempt here. NRG exploring towards A, but there is a deep hold here. It is less. And is this another read? This feels like it's been reading the NRG book, but Som has found value. Finally, a little bit of reprise after what has been a brutal half for him on the B side.
That's big damage, so.
Massive from Crashies. This is
What
the
a
switch up that we
combo.
saw coming out in one of those kind of stinger rounds, now finding value here in the buy.
What a combo, even with the snake bite on top. Look at this lurk though. I'll say the flank actually coming through from Victor. He's outside B main right now. Did retrieve that rifle.
Oh, unaware that Som could have been on the site. Good trades in Aspas. Venomous in heaven. 2v3, Cowanzine and Aspas. Oh my word, Som's just around the corner. The smoke drops and Victor's there. And now Aspas, let's see what you got. Hometown hero, anything to be done? No. Clutching in the final round here. NRG holding on to
Between FNS and Sadak. This is where we should see it employed from FNS. Focus on macro and punishing some of these missed positions, and how aggressive to Loud go on the defensive side here.
Well, it's an all-in coming out from NRG, but Aspas with a quick execution, wanted more, doesn't get it, but Sadak quickly swings. Lovely work between the two. NRG, though, still finding some value towards this site. Oh, Artis!
The fadeaway.
Nasty shot, nasty as hell. But Som is the walking wounded here, barely breathing at 4 HP. come off it. What is that frenzy?
There's no trade. FNS is tucked in.
Oh my God, this is...
He wants to bank on this position, Lauren.
This is... It's so all in. Do they check on this? Tui's the young player himself, so much pressure on this one-man shoulders. He does come through from heaven. How meticulously do they clear? It's all on one. He drops down, Tui's! All too aware, 26 HP, and we hit the 4! And the new Brazilian blood doing wonders for Loud. That's double digits starting out in the second half.
The Red Bull clutch in the pistol to get Loud playing effective trades. That's where things stop here. I mean, less is 40 HP. Maybe that was just lost in the communication there. But it puts Som in such an awful position.
Yeah.
NRG throwing back in this one. SMGs, they're going to try and deathball back onto A site.
Just feels like a swan song though. Cowanzine back by Pillar, up towards heaven. You got Aspas, you got Less. Where is the difference going to come from? Right there, Victor. Good start. FNS, he does convert the frag though. Did get a trade for Aspas, so not out of the woods just yet, NRG. But they are clinging onto this round. Aspas, he's falling up towards Crashies. And again, Loud are just demolishing NRG. This is the best opportunity they've had in a moment's time. This is going to be 11 artists. You need something out of this world, and it ain't going to happen. Tui's tying up this round, putting a bow on it. Sadak thriving in this. He knows he's got him on the ropes here at 11.
And similar to the first half, Loud happy to fight fire with fire. They scramble this rotation, and it's absolute commitment behind it. Everybody happy to commit to this engagement. What a clearance as well from Aspas. NRG, again, this is basically one opportunity.
They are looking quite shattered right now, really. This is their map. And it's certainly making a difference for Loud here. However, we go back in, and NRG have bought what they can. Potentially the dying breaths here in this map. Aspas, gotta be careful. Som is waiting.
Som on the rope here. Well, Aspas is going to commit to this here. Showing restraint. There's a spike there in Som's hands. FNS finally making his way across. NRG trying to pump a little bit of pressure towards mid. Maybe keep Sadak and Less in position, but the timing of the flash here going to confirm presence once again outside 8.
Aspas.
No dash here for Aspas though.
Cowanzine and Aspas waiting here. 4 players on the other side. Contact made. Aspas, the perfect flash. It's 1 and it's 2. Aspas slicing through NRG. And their hopes being left in tatters now. Artist still trying to fight the fight for NRG. And they're biting on this. Does the spike go back through? Yes, it does. Artist immovable until then. Less catching him in the heels. And now where does that spike go?
30 seconds.
Crashes has slipped the net a little bit here.
But he has to find value. He can't
Yeah.
put it all up to Som. He can't just hold this.
Problem being Cowanzine's a little disconnected. That might be the difference maker with Crashies slipping into spawn.
He won't even be able to clear Cowanzine here. Absolutely no way. And the time now is the biggest enemy to NRG. Crashies, he may be able to take down 1.
It's done.
But the time is all but over. 3 seconds. He can just watch the clock rot. It's going to be 12. Loud running through NRG currently. The closest attempt we've seen so far. NRG, full purchase could be had now for Loud, maybe missing some pieces. But they have been just going from strength to strength here, Mike.
And it's another round for Cowanzine and Aspas. This, again, I was talking the other day about Cowanzine being the second layer to some of these plays. They're just such a solid duo to put in a position like this where they can just take a scrappy little engagement, dip out, and it just creates a disadvantage for NRG. The other thing as well, you look at the mini-map back in that round, as soon as Artist gets that kill, they send 3 people barreling towards him.
Well, Sadak unleashing, and well, didn't go to plan.
Is that a trade?
Hey, you know what, we'll call it that. And well, we'll call this round done, because Tui's has got 3 off of the hat trick, doesn't get the 4th, and Crashies. Have you got it in you? You got 1 minute to play with here. Has the spike, Has a couple more seconds of safety, but those are dwindling now. What can he make of this? The flash, we'll note he's still on site. He's got 2 to try and get past Cowanzine unless, and the timing crashes. He now knows they've crossed the site, and he is petrified in this corner. Creeping closer to players, crashes, turns, and louder there. It's Map